In many a small southern town, they must have seemed like visitors from another planet. So we have a lot to thank for them for their courage.
When the dance was over, sometimes it was so scary. We wanted to get out of town as soon as we could, you know, because you never know. There were still crosses burning in the middle of the night when we were moving. We could still see all these things. So there was a price paid for this music.
But one time, Ray was riding with Fathead, I think, from Dallas down to Houston. They got stopped.
Ray had a brand new Oldsmobile. This was about 52. He had a 52 Oldsmobile, and I don't think they liked the fact that he was driving around in this brand new car. That's the only reason that I could think of. It was the usual thing, you know, like boy this, boy that, and if you spoke intelligently, you would be considered arrogant or belligerent or whatever.
Maybe just as a joke, just as a mean joke, they took Fathead in and they left Ray, blind as he was, out on the highway.
This was more than just another humiliation. It dawned on Ray Charles that unless he took control of his life and career, he'd never be the master of his own destiny.
It occurred to me that everybody was saying, hey, kid, hey, kid. And I started thinking, don't nobody even know my name.
Hey, y'all, tell everybody, Ray Charles in town.
For the first time, Ray had a clear vision of where he wanted to be and a clear idea of how he would get there. Determined to find his own voice, Ray Charles left the Chitlin circuit behind and decided it was time to set up his own band.
I said, well, I can't keep going on this way with people saying, hey, kid. So I gotta be myself. I just have to start saying, so if I'm gonna make it, I'm gonna make it. But if I fail, at least I'll know where I am in life. I'll know whether what I'm doing is any good or not.
Ray still had a great deal to learn before he could move his career onto the next level. Although he'd enjoyed some success in the world of rhythm and blues, the real rewards lay in breaking through to the pop market, something few black artists could achieve. But one of the pioneers of black R&B had managed to cross over to the mainstream. His name was Fats Domino.
Blue Monday, how I hate Blue Monday. Got to work like a slave all day.
Fats was unique, and it was obvious, and everybody appreciated that. He had this fantastic, good feeling about his stuff.
His appeal was in that incredibly infectious dancing beat. And then he was the fat man. He was a jolly fat man. So there's always a place in show business for the jolly fat man.
Crooners are such a threat to guys. All the ladies are swooning over them, and all the guys are angry. Fats pleased everyone in the house, mother, grandmother, son, whoever, and he wasn't a threat to anyone.
Because of his relaxed style and his non-threatening attitude, Fats Domino is often remembered as a lovable entertainer. But beneath the surface was a gifted musician, an innovator who brought the rolling piano sound of New Orleans to the mainstream.
His slower tunes had a certain air that you can count on.
The sound of Fats Domino became so popular that he simply couldn't supply the demand alone. So while he was on tour, Allen Toussaint was asked to stand in for Fats on his records.
I didn't dare venture out to try and show any other little trills. I stayed what I knew Fats to have given out to us. And I must say it went very well because folk didn't know it was me. His music sounds very easy to imitate. But when he sits down to play, then you say, oh, that's the way it really goes.
The Fat Man, 1949. That's Fat's first recording. Detroit City was on the other side.
I was standing on the corner.
Corner. That's people used to laugh at me. I was standing on the corner.
Watching North Rio Gal.
I never saw him do that again on any other record. Did you ever hear him on any other record do that? That was his way of yodeling. I thought it was great. Fields, we called him Dude, Frank Fields, the bass player. It kind of stunned him to the extent that he turned around and listened what it was and went right on to the next chord but playing the wrong note. The chord changed and he didn't, because he was looking at it, he was listening at Fats. I remember Cosmo saying, what in the hell is he doing, screaming on the middle of the record?
Fats Domino was among the first of the R&B stars to cross over to the mainstream pop audience, and by the mid-50s, rhythm and blues was being played on commercial white radio stations across America. Advertisers didn't care what color the musicians were, if their music helped sell products.
And now let me tell you about McTavish's Skinless Weenies. Mmm. So long, so pink, so flavor-rich, with lots of tasty goodness. Mmm.